Hi there fellow REIT investors. Welcome back to the channel. This is a quick but important midweek update, because we're now right in the thick of REITs earnings season. And if you ask me, this might just be the most exciting one we've seen in a while. Why? It all comes down to one key factor: interest rates. More specifically, how much are interest rates finally coming down for individual REITs? If you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know I've been tracking this for months. We saw it first in the Singapore T-bill auctions, then in falling SORA rates or the Singapore overnight rate average, and now, we're starting to see it reflected in actual REIT financials. Let me walk you through why this matters, what we've seen so far, and why I think this could be an essential step, not a guarantee, but a step toward REIT recovery. Why interest rates matter so much to REITs. Let's take a moment to recap the basics. REITs are highly geared vehicles. In Singapore, most REITs operate with around 35 to 40% gearing, which means a big portion of their properties is funded by borrowing. That makes their financial performance very sensitive to interest rates. When interest rates rise, three things happen. 1. Interest expense increases, which squeezes distribution per unit or DPU to investors. 2. Property valuations drop, because discount rates go up. This causes the gearing of REITs to go up even if the borrowings remain constant. 3. Investor sentiment weakens, as REIT yields look less attractive versus risk-free assets such as T-bill yields. And that's exactly what we've seen in the past few years: a major downturn in REIT prices, driven largely by rising interest costs. So now that rates are falling in Singapore and most parts of the world, other than the US, it's only natural to ask, when will REITs start to benefit? Well, the answer depends on each REIT's debt profile, how much of their debt is fixed versus floating, when that debt is maturing, and how strong their negotiation position is with the banks providing the loans. So when we talk about lower interest rates benefiting REITs, this isn't just a future possibility, we're already seeing it on the ground. For example, Singapore's 6-month T-bill yield has dropped from close to 4% in 2024 to below 2% recently. The 3-month compounded SORA, which many REITs use for floating rate debt, has also declined from 3.7% to below 1.9% from the start of 2024. Now, that 1% or 2% drop may not seem massive at first glance, but when REITs are servicing hundreds of millions in debt, the savings quickly add up, and they can have a real impact on what we are most interested in: the dividends. Which brings me to the most exciting part: some REITs have already started showing improvements in their reported interest costs. Signs of hope. Some REITs are already showing lower interest rates. So far, a few REITs have released their Q2 2025 results, and we're finally starting to see that